Welcome back to the Open Mic Podcast. Back this week with a new edition because we can't do reruns. But with me as always, it's a podcast. You can never do a rerun. They can just rewatch an old one. Okay. But with me as always, Jason.
Hey.
The man.
And this week we have the beautiful Jon Stringer. What's up, dude?
Hey.
Good to be here.
We've never that's. I don't know,
Jason.
I'm already
Mike.
2 beers in, so
yeah.
Mikey B. That's how I have you saved. That is how I always refer to you. And I let people know his name is Michael Benavidez, aka Mikey B. Even bookers. Who I'm bringing Mikey
and that's
B.
why my brother.
And I am bringing Mikey B. I'm just gonna drop it right at the beginning because it's fun. It's fun working with you. Last time we did this out and back shit that was grueling, and now we get to talk about the kind of trip we're gonna do before we fucking do it.
Yeah.
So real quick, we're going to Mesquite Street Comedy Club at Mesquite Street Pizza in Corpus Christi, Texas, March 20th. That's this Saturday. We got an early and a late show, and this MFer is my feature. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a hell of a Saturday.
It's going to be great. MFer is short for motherfucker. And this will be out the Wednesday after that show.
Yeah.
But we'll do it. We'll
do hype it still.
Yeah, we'll still. I can tell you
this
now
can
that
be what you put out as like the tagline. Like we're doing this. I don't know.
We'll put something out. We'll make some out this. But also, I'll go ahead and say now that Jon Stringer killed it last Saturday. Standing ovations. I couldn't tell how much they liked it because they stood up the whole time. They wouldn't sit down.
Even halfway through his set.
Yeah, hard to hear if they were laughing through all the clapping and panties just disintegrating. They couldn't even throw them on stage. They were gone.
Sounds like you guys are gonna have some good old fashioned fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have a hot dog.
It is, man. It's a sensational club and always memorable like shows. I'm glad that you're coming, and also
me too.
Can we just talk about pizza? I'm not selling it to you. It's so good.
You almost don't have to sell pizza.
Do you like meatball subs? I'm a huge meatball. They have a meatball sub pizza, and I just can't describe how good it is.
You know Marco's, that chain. They have a meatball.
How is
pizza? It's delicious.
Oh,
so good. Marco's actually is like killing it for like delivery pizza right now.
Yeah.
I've never had to been sold anything with meatballs or anything pizza, even bad pizza.
You had me at meatball.
Yeah, I know. I'm currently in a meatball crisis now from the sandwich I had for lunch today, and I'm mid-crisis now, and I want to do it again already. Like before it's over.
I'm still in recovery.
It feels good to be so bad.
You're still dilated. That's amazing.
Dude, I am past due for a baby. I'm 14 centimeters right now.
What was it? What was the sub?
It was a meatball sub from Firehouse, and sound the alarm because there's a fire.
Did you say Firehouse before I said that? That's super funny.
Yeah.
You did? Did you say Firehouse before I said
Firehouse?
No,
I didn't say it until now. Yeah.
I heard Firehouse somewhere in the conversation. Maybe I was just thinking it.
Yeah, I said it earlier, but no one was
listening. So was it how you styled the sandwich that maybe brought about this bubble gut?
It's how they styled the double meat I requested.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was customized.
Well, they offer double meat. What am I going to say? No, I don't want more meat.
You know, that's one of the few places where I'll literally take the sandwich like exactly how it comes. Just the ones that I've gotten, like I take it just how it comes. Perfect the way you guys have it. You want to put double meat on it, that's great too, you know.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But you see it as a personal test when someone says, "Do you want double meat?" You go,
I take it as a threat.
Do I look like a pussy?
Yeah. Exactly.
When I came in, I looked like that to you. No, double it up.
I try to figure out how I can get double meat without paying for it. That's what I do. Can you put a little bit more?
Just because I feel like I'm in good company, does this eating habit sound familiar? Do you only eat when you are absolutely starving? Do you eat whatever is available now? Eat until you're stuffed? And then take a nap because your body's just overloaded on all that stuff, and then you do.
I've been there. Yeah. I know what it feels like to have food as my comfort when I'm sad, happy, glad, angry, upset,
it's your go-to.
Tired. You know, I know what it feels like for all of that.
It's a weighted blanket. Yeah. My wife loves those.
Food should not be that friend. I can tell you that. Food should not be that friend. No.
Food is the only friend that's never let me down. In fact, I only stop eating to do this podcast.
Food is going to kill you.
I
guess your friends come smiling, huh?
I'll tell you the one saying that I have about food that I've said a million times. Jason's heard it, but he never listens, so he doesn't remember it. Exactly. But it's I don't get full. My jaw just gets tired.
That's how I eat. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I screamed into that.
No, dude, do it, man.
Man.
Let us have your emotions. I want to know how you feel.
I like the excitement level.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
That's genuine because I just eat with a little bit of passion. I'm dialing it back. We talked a shitload about keto. So
I was working from home. I was working from home today.
We will not, unless he'll excuse himself.
I do like keto. My favorite food is meat. But when we went down to was that Goofy's last time?
Yeah.
We ate Dairy Queen and Whataburger, and both those meals we passionately like gulped down combos, and it was great.
good.
No, Jack in the Box. We didn't have Whataburger.
You know
the
what?
line
I'm
was
gonna
too
have to
long.
think about the stops there and back. We'll have some homework to do. It's just gonna be fun. Oh, we never even talked about the Corpus Christi trip. So we're starting. He'll be over at my house before 10 a.m. We'll get to Corpus Christi around 5
Now,
p.m.
is there going to be like a continental breakfast spread maybe before you guys?
No, I
take
mean I
off
can
out of
brew.
town?
I love coffee, but I can have some brewed
Maybe
coffee.
some chaffles.
Do you-
You know, a little.
I mean, we got fresh fruit and we got some granola bars. You know that we'll get some road
parfait.
snackages.
Well, I can tell you now, just knowing my body chemistry, then I'm going to have a coffee before I leave here. And if I have more at your house, we're going to have more stops, especially if you work in those granolas and oats, because they're going to get my stomach and they're going to meld together.
I got you.
They're going to want out because they know they're powerful and they can rule part of this planet, dude.
So instead of stopping every 30 minutes, you'll be stopping every like 20 minutes.
No, you'll be stopping for 30 minutes.
So whatever.
Pooping in the Buc-ee's.
Whenever I told you to come, just give me another 30 minutes. Just come 30 minutes earlier than that. Just so I know. My bladder does too.
I
If
don't
I
know
go
if you're
crazy.
a AAA member, you might want to get a triptych.
got it.
You might want to get a triptych for this one, just to make sure you can keep up with his stops and where he needs to go to the bathroom at.
I'll bring a Gatorade bottle and a gallon, empty gallon of water that I cut the top off of for road poopies.
I forget who I talked to, but some of the cases that have to be resolved between truckers and regular motorists are the most funny but disgusting things you've ever heard. But also these people that settle these claims, the most offensive is a trucker pulling over, getting only as far out of his car. You can open the truck, he holds off the ledge, drops his bird duty, and then just hauls his naked redneck ass back into his driver's seat. And that is like right in front of kids, like picnicking. And
That's
it's like, you see that from the angle. You get the POV of that.
I got some points to this story.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
They put handles on that door for a reason.
All right.
Those truckers are bringing us the things we need. And kids, what's like the number one book that kids get? Everybody Poops. What are you getting? What are your kids? If your kids get worked up about a man pooping, you might as well homeschool them because they're already soft.
Fair enough. There's some road comedy to this. But they're the most extreme, most rugged. I don't care.
Yeah.
They stopped at the wrong picnic table.
Yeah.
I'll only be a minute.
Yeah. If that truck's got deli meat on it, he should be able to. You should have to wipe his ass for him.
Oh, he did. That's
Like,
the
and
thing.
what do they do?
Wipe?
That's my question. What about the wipe? Like, okay, I get
Nope.
it. You had to shit in front of
They
everybody.
just probably haul up the overalls.
You're
the dungarees are up.
literally half-assing it right now. There's a whole nother thing to this ass that needs to be done. Like,
I don't know how I got
that's-
onto that. We've covered some topics, man.
that's can you imagine driving by that and like splattering it up on the side of your car?
No. Yes.
Oh.
I mean, I can imagine. Absolutely.
Yeah,
can imagine.
that's
Jackass was something I watched very closely.
Do you think you're imagining it how it would actually be, or less?
Oh, I bet it's worse than I'm
I didn't
thinking.
understand what the fuck you just asked.
He got it.
Yeah,
He answered the question
I was
the right
like,
way.
huh?
Well, the haul out will be early morning. We'll get there. We have 2 shows, and I'm not overplugging the show, but these kind of hauls are not uncommon for any live performer. So we'll probably leave the venue by midnight, all things considered, and we have the same 6-hour haul back.
Hey! You guys are doing a straight through there and
Straight
back?
through.
Man.
Yeah.
Gladiator style.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always feel like it's in Texas. It's close. Sleeping overnight. We'll bite it, eat into the budget.
It's in the biggest state. We're going to El Paso and back in the same night. It's
know,
close.
I
It's in
can-
Texas.
No, I'd probably stay for
I
that.
can attest by being friends or family of Mike, he's gonna come back really upset and like chippy. So,
Oh.
yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Shut up. I do these trips all the time.
Like legit, I take the burden on. I'm a really good. I won't drive tired, drowsy. Won't do it. It's not
what Jason's doing is trying to screw me over because he knows that I'll work harder to get over it. So he thinks he's helping me, but he's actually just being a huge dick right now.
You'll be however cranky anyone is having to sleep several hours in a car. So I don't expect you to be chipper, but if like I think all a comic wants as someone on the road is just normal, like be refreshingly normal. That's legit on the road. Like, how have you ever been with someone that has a lot of demands and like I don't know, they're difficult? Or
usually it's me because I'm especially if I'm getting
the demand guy.
If I'm getting a headline something, I'm like, hey, if you're controlling the radio, I need like 30% more Wu-Tang right now, and also roll your window up. I'm smoking. It's my turn.
Hey, let's listen to Allison Chains' full compilation right here.
You know what? I'm gonna pull over and I want you to get in the back seat and I want you to start folding my shirts. No, I do love Allison Chains. I'm just surprised you're bringing me back because after I ate one of those edibles on the way back from last time, I could not stop talking. I was even like, please, dude, will you just please tell me to shut the fuck up? Like, I'm annoying myself.
It was fun. It was funny the way that you spiraled
out of control.
Yeah, I can't give. I mean, I'm just improving, but he'd be like, I mean, I collect expo markers. I got a whole bunch at my house. It's for the dry erasing. No, I don't dry erase. I wet erase. That's what I do. I do that. No, I don't do that. It's not really wet erase. I mean, I'm just getting the marker. I shouldn't even be talking about markers.
Have you guys ever sniffed markers till you had a nosebleed?
He had there's no end. He swung vine to vine. It was impressive, and I was just appreciating where he was. Just like, well, God, I am like he's really. I mean, he had a good show, and I think he earned his treat.
Was
for the drive back
on a little edible,
bit.
Dude. Yeah, somebody told me there were 25 milligrams, and that had to be. I talked to them like a week later. He's like, yeah, those were 250 milligrams each, and I was like, dude,
why did they make that?
Yeah, I'm like, well, it was great, but at the same time, I shouldn't have been in a car. I should have been like in a forest or some shit.
But what a response. And who would care? I think you should keep a pen in your hand the next time you maybe take that big of an edible dose or whatever. But because the ramblingness is not bad. Because what's great about comedy is like 1 in 10 jokes is even worth writing. And where you were going was like 10 times the speed of your normal brain. So
too bad you weren't live recording, or at least recording.
Dude, it talked was frantic from New Braunfels to Fort Worth. I was nonstop. Like somebody wound me up. But I was on a high too because the show was good. And then the owner paid me like more than double than what we agreed to because I guess he felt bad, which was great. And, that was actually the first one out of the next. I did 2 more gigs after that were like that were like a couple hours out. I agreed to do it for like $40 or $50, and the owner felt bad and gave me double what they said. Like one gave me 100, another one same thing. We agreed for 50, and he gave me like 120. And just because they were like, I feel bad not paying you because it was worth. What you did was worth more, and I was like, "Damn, I'm on a pretty good roll of that." So that's kind of like my new favorite thing to do is try to go out
Marcus. There. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, get yourself some gator skin somewhere on your person,
I can just become gator skin.
Is it a gig if you're not literally covered in gator skin and crushed velvet? Gaudy, beautiful.
I'm so on the search for a crushed velvet tracksuit right now too.
Well, this one's good. You said you got merch on the way. Merch is half of your income as a comedian. I don't care who. I think hosts, features, headliners, all should have well-stocked merchandise. And what's the etiquette? You're supposed to ask the club and then ask the headliner if you can sell merch. And I would urge more headliners to just say, yeah, fuck yeah. Sell merch. Like, if you can fit all of it within your time, like if you're the opener and you have 10 or 15 and you fit your pitch, and it isn't like a significant segment of your show, do your show, pitch your shirt, but don't do it before my introduction. Don't do it before the, you know what I mean? There are places where you plug things and don't plug things.
Sure.
Other than that, on your everyone needs to sell merch. Everyone needs to sell merch. It just is impossible to even leave your city and make a profit whatsoever if you are a host
Yeah.
without merchandise.
I've sold merch as a host. I don't really care for it. I'd rather do it as a feature. But I've asked before, and I've had headliners tell me no, and I'm always just like, no problem.
It seems ridiculous to have merchandise as a host. However, if you are a professional, there are a lot of people in the game 10, 15, 20 years that are hosting in really nice clubs. A clubs, B clubs, C clubs. It's all the same. You're putting in a show and you're filling a slot, which if you can work in some of these A clubs, you can work anywhere. And you should have something saying, yes, I am a professional. Without it, sounds like you haven't really put your foot down that this is what I'm doing for a career.
Yeah.
That I'm not saying go and get a website and be like overly branded, but if people can look
it's not
you
a bad
up.
idea. You get a website of your name or whatever. Probably only costs $1.99 a month.
Exactly. That's all I mean. And quite honestly, hosts do not get paid enough for this craft whatsoever.
I agree
it simply
with
doesn't,
that.
And I think it's same for the features. And I'm not, I'm happy. We're all happy just to get paid for doing it. And we know that we can be replaced cheaply.
Cheaply.
Well, the
we're already
list
pretty
is
cheap.
long. I do think it's a rare skill set, and I do think there's a lot of skill out there. So how do you?
Well, isn't it always all about the almighty dollar at the end of the day? I mean,
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Everybody's different, but I mean, I agree with you. Like I said, I've had people tell me not to, but at the same time, new shirt idea you just gave me, it just says, yes, I am a professional.
That's so funny.
Yes,
You
I
are?
am.
But that
You
sounds like
really
something
are?
they sell at Walmart. Nope, I'm
Yeah.
scratching. Done. Live a short life. It's
For
done.
sure.
being thinking about it's about the almighty dollar. How about this for a would you rather? Would you rather have $50,000 now, cash, or would you rather have the key to something expensive?
You said that like you're on a game show offers like
It's a game of chance right now. Would you take this key for something expensive?
What's the Wayne Brady show? And before that,
What is it?
know, he's like-
Let's make a deal.
yeah, let's make it.
Yeah,
That's what this
yeah.
feels like.
Okay.
Or the key to something worth how much?
Just you get $50,000 cash or the key to something expensive.
but that's somebody else's version of something expensive. I'll take the 50 G's because I can flip that.
Yeah, 50 G's.
50 right now. What if like the key was to like a car, a house?
But then I got to sell it and worry about the taxes. Give me the 50. I'll hide it under the table.
way more than $50,000.
Way more?
I'm just saying it could
Yeah,
be
I'm
a game
not-
of
I'm not-
chance. A
I'm
game of
not-
chance. Are you a gambler?
Oh, not really. But if I started with nothing, then I would say the money sounds way better than a car. And
The
having,
surefire. The walk
The
away with something for sure in your hand, because you could
100%.
also get a key to like a lock or something dumb. But I mean, it could be like an expensive something that might have like something.
did
like,
you already pre-select a thing, or you only gave
No,
us the
I don't have the
hypothetical?
answer to the thing. It's the mystery of chance.
Man, we should all submit a thing.
Okay.
Like I might text him something, and then you can decide if you want the rando or it doesn't matter. That's
So on another episode, we'll figure this out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
interesting.
I'll take the 50 grand.
I'll take the
because I
50
know
grand.
I know it is. And usually I'm willing to take a chance, but it's 50 grand. Even if I found out, it was a Bentley, I'd be like, I got 50 grand though. I'm not mad about that.
My wife
Or a Honda.
so badly wants to get into like a cute old house, and I want that. I do want that for us, but like that would be a hell of a down payment. So
I would
50
imagine.
G's with no looking back. But then
That makes the mortgage cheaper.
if afterwards
yeah.
they told me it was something like a Ferrari Daytona, like something like
you don't even want to know what it is.
Countach.
you
when
won't
touch-
ever actually sit at Countach, like something you'll never see in person or ever actually sit
So
in.
you don't want to know
I'm
what
be
the mystery was if you take the cash. Just cash done. I don't need to know.
Oh,
anything
ignorance
else.
is bliss.
There you go.
I
wanna
live by
know.
it.
You want to know?
Yeah, I still want to know. So I can check my odds for the next time I gamble on some bullshit.
See how right or wrong you are.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
wish there was a wheel we could spin on random items for you.
Hold on.
Your wish
I'm
might
kidding.
come true. Yeah. How about would you rather be famous in this lifetime or go down in the history books for something?
So famous before death or after death is what it sounds like.
Yeah, known forever or known and paid for it now. Maybe forever too. But
Like, I think I would take famous in this lifetime so I can actually cash in on it, because if I'm famous after I die, nobody's going to fuck me for that.
have you noticed that most people that are famous after they die lived like pathetic, miserable lives in most instances, like painters, Van Gogh, all that shit?
Sounds like the path I'm on right now.
The starving
painting.
artist. Yes. That is the starving artist lifestyle. But I think I'd rather have the lasting legacy and just pray that it was for something good.
So the history, you'll take the history books.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're known forever in some instances. I guess
Nah, I'd rather be a Kardashian. I don't care when I'm done. It's gone. Put me in the trash. We're done. Like you remember me? That's cool. I don't, because I'm up here playing darts with Jimi Hendrix and doing coke with Kurt Cobain. So I don't care what y'all think about down there.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
What would be your how would you get your phone number to said Kardashian of your choice? I just want to know, because you seem like a smooth guy. I'm just going to be honest with you. You seem pretty collected, very confident around the ladies, always put together. You got the outfits and the shoes. I get all that. Beautiful hair, by the way.
Thank you. Likewise.
Let's just say, how would you go up to a Kardashian? This is like a
I'd approach Chloe. She seems like the easiest to try to get in with.
Okay.
No, Chloe seems like the
judgment
meanest.
Well, why would you say? I don't know.
For all the reasons you're thinking, just so you know.
I'm not thinking anything.
Okay.
I don't know that. I don't know if you put three of them in front of me and I had to put names next to them. I think that's the only one I could guess at. Sincerely.
She's the portly one.
Well, I mean,
The one, that was Lamar Odom's wife, right?
She was
I don't-
taller.
so I know
Yeah,
Kim.
by a lot.
She has a lot more tolerance and patience for guys of my stature, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's just trying to say she fuck a fat dude.
No,
it's
but
all
she was
good.
with
It's all
Lamar
good.
Odom. He's like
Tall,
6'9". I don't know, man. The thing is, I seem that way, but I did door-to-door sales for 10 years. And the number one thing that we preached the most was fake it till you make it. And that's all it is, because I am dying inside I'm so nervous for everything. Anytime I talk to a girl, even though I've had girls tell me that they don't trust me because I'm too smooth. And I'm like, I'm literally making all this up as we go. I'm just making the right choices today. This isn't planned.
So if you had to give a message to those girls that called you too smooth, what would it be?
Look at me now,
So-
bitch, with
so-
the
no, just
Kardashians.
Hi.
What's up? Sorry, I clogged your toilet.
You guys want a Capri Sun?
I remember you. You're going to really remember me.
I don't know how I would approach a Kardashian. It's situation based, so it depends on where we're at. Is
I know.
emails?
It's just a powerful person.
Yeah.
It's I think I'd go the super honesty route.
Yeah.
I'm no one, but guess what? I'm a blast. I'd say
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And you got to have money.
Huh.
Also. Well, I mean, they come with enough money, but.
Well, I'd immediately follow by, I don't know why I said that. I'm happily married.
I do the whole
Maybe you have
nerdy.
this orbital pull about you, but I need to get away from it. Here's my boy Mikey. There it is. There's your
What's up?
so we got
What a
to
Capri
go.
Sun.
And it was nice to meet you.
Yeah, talk about pressure. I don't know what I would say. I would probably have to do the thing where I stumble a bunch and do the nerdy movie guy thing, and in a movie you see the nerdy guy and he's stumbling over everything, and she still laughs, and in real life she's like, "Fuck this dude," he ain't shit.
I'm dead serious.
But that's what I would have to go with.
I think you
you-
just come up with one of your one-liners like you do with groups of people just to break the ice, and I think it will work. You'll
Yeah,
think of something.
I don't know. I went up to a
Old
girl.
Faithful here.
That sounds so gay in a bad way. I went up to a girl once, really a hot TGI Fridays waitress. That's about the top of my game right there.
Okay.
Is a hot waitress at a TGI
they
Fridays
out of business now?
in Florida.
in Florida.
Yeah, this was in Florida, but I went up to this
He used to live in
waitress.
Florida, so I'm just putting
No,
pieces.
we both did.
We were
Okay,
roommates
damn it.
there.
Yeah.
I knew him there. Yeah.
He wasn't there though, but I went up to this hot waitress, the hottest waitress I'd ever seen, and I was like, "Hey, my friend said you're really cute. He wanted to know if he can get your number." And she goes, "Oh yeah, which one's your friend?" And I was like, "I lied, it's me. I don't know why I said my friend." And then we went out for a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah, it was tight.
That is
It
tight.
was tight.
That's fucking real tight. Now, super funny. Hottest waitress you've ever seen. You have an avid listener, hot waitress, somewhere out there in the stratosphere, and she just heard that, and somewhere in her room, she's like, "Oh."
She's like, so I've got a chance.
Yeah, as she's changing her baby.
He came into our lobby all the time, and I just thought, he was really looking at me.
Yeah.
By far the hottest this guy.
I thought he was just really wanting another order of fries for the bottomless fries,
I'm
but
just saying, be careful with your words.
I wanted more Asian taco, or what are those? They do the Korean tacos.
you almost
good.
just canceled
Yeah.
yourself. You can't call it Asian. Okay, you
thinking
just
of
can't call it
Why?
Asian. You
Things from
you just
Asia are
can't call it
Asian.
Asian. You can't call it Asian
I
anymore.
didn't say Oriental. I said Asian. And I'm not calling anything Oriental. I'm just saying that's the one that.
You're digging a hole. There we go.
That's okay. It's nice and warm down here.
How about this? Would you give up porn for 1 year or sex for 1 year?
Porn.
I'm not.
That's
really...
because you have IHP, I as well. That's fine. That's fine. So I guess this is more for Mike.
I get sex like maybe 3 times a year. So I mean that'd be easier to give up. So and when you say sex, I'm still gonna masturbate. Like there's nothing in this world I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's not call sex. It's just
that's not sex. That's self-maintenance.
You guys don't
there.
like candles. You guys don't.
No, dude. I go all out.
I allow myself to make
Treat yourself.
lots of noises.
Dude,
I take
candles,
my time.
I fucking pad the room.
He puts his phone on fucking airplane.
I'm very particular about the clip I finish too.
I am, dude. I go through about 30 clips.
Does your dick ever look at you like, are we doing this or not?
Yeah. It's like,
What's
come on,
the deal, bro? I'm ready to spit.
We've been in tiny 4K for 6 videos. Next genre, please.
Do you ever think you're attracted to like 4-inch tall women?
A 4-inch tall woman.
If you look at porn, I firmly believe that if you watch porn on anything other than your cell phone, you're probably a serial killer. Any screen larger than that, like TV size, that is truly what Patrick Bateman was doing in American Psycho. He was doing crunches while porn was going in the background. I'm like, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's got to be here and it's got to be closable.
Well, I like it on the phone. It's funny you mentioned that because it makes my dick feel bigger when I see the little woman sucking the cock.
I could kill this woman.
You're like, let me just put it right here by my dick.
With my body,
touch my phone real fast?
No. Okay. With my body shape, I don't want to use a laptop either because I've tried and it always slides down. It hits me in the chin. Have you ever had that happen with a laptop? And then I'm like breathing and it's moving and it's like shaking and I'm like, what am I gonna lay on my side like I'm too full? Like, you ever have like I've had full on relationships before and I know you guys have had this where you get too full and you do the side fucking, the easy. I'm too full.
The lazy dog.
Yeah, the lazy dog. Yeah.
I woke up in the morning. Let me just do a little wave in the ocean. And
I could be wide awake and that be unbelievable.
I call it the lazy receipt puncher.
Oh,
But that's
the manual hole puncher.
That's my favorite position. If you spin just a little more over, you can. Okay. Anyways, you'll figure it out.
How about this? What's the weirdest thing you guys have ever masturbated to? Not porn.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, mannequin. Legitimately,
tell us.
At the Hula Hut restaurant in Austin. I'm just gonna let you fucking know because I bet you there are people. Nah, I don't know how big your reach is.
Now, was it a long wait? You were waiting for the tables.
I had a full-fledged I think it popped up in a dream. I swear. And I'm a big fan of the movie Mannequin, 80s hit classic.
Sure. Yeah.
Classic. But there's a very tan hula dancer mannequin that is up in like the rafters of this restaurant, up in the vaulted ceiling, and it's wearing a skirt and like a headdress, hula skirt. Shells, probably some kind of top like that.
Dude, I'm swelling up right now.
Yeah, right. My pants are starting to swell. But
That's 4 stripes in these Adidas
weighted
pants
tables, bar back, or
was there queso? Was there queso anywhere around?
Oh no, best queso, fantastic. Anyways, and fresh chips. We cooked them in.
I'm about to pop over here right now, dude.
So I had so this little mannequin actually materialized in a dream or two, and I forgot about it until this moment. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, all right, hey.
We just jarred something loose.
Yeah.
All right, good.
But I would say
drummed it up.
If not that, dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you ever wake
You've
up,
masturbated into your dreams, or you thought about a dream afterwards? And
you're
masturbated
in a dream, and then if you ride the wave, you can wake up and real quick. Use that opportunity.
So a wet dream.
That
you still
window.
have wet dreams as a grown man?
No.
Okay,
To be honest,
sure.
no. I don't think. I mean, maybe one recorded one in my entire life.
Fair enough. Okay.
When I say maybe,
let me ask, what actually is a wet dream? Is that where you like so boned up in your sleep you came or pre-came?
Yes.
Nocturnal emissions.
That's what it is. Yes.
Which one time I woke up in that experience and boxers kind of just a mess.
Yeah.
And the worst part was no memory of anything happening.
Same here.
It did it on its own. I didn't get
I wasn't even like a young teenager where I already knew about porn and sex and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like 20 or something.
Were you just on a streak or a cold streak maybe?
I might have been like 17 or 18.
I remember just
definitely
mysteriously waking up and it was just
opportunity.
like I could tell that something odd had happened while I wasn't like conscious and like
Every time I camp
I was like, ew.
every time I camp with my uncle.
Hope that never happens again.
I guess I must be just horned up by campgrounds.
It was always wet in the back of mine.
yeah, my boxers are wet in the back. That happened to y'all? No, I don't know if I've ever had a wet dream, but I have woken up like so horned up that I immediately jacked off and came in like the first couple minutes.
Yeah.
But
well, how about what's the weirdest thing that you've masturbated to? Not porn.
Oh, my cousin's cousin. Not my cousin, my cousin's
Your
cousin.
cousin's cousin, which still sounds like genealogy. Okay.
No,
right.
It was through. I did the like
twice removed.
family mat. Yeah.
Okay.
And related on the part that I'm not blood related to.
Now let me ask you this: you did this while like standing over her, seeing a picture while she was sleeping. I mean, what'd you do?
Sorry.
I plead the fifth.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
No, I did it like she would come over a lot. Like we'd have barbecues on Sundays, and I did it like right when they left.
Like the thought of her, like
actually, I won't lie. One time I was like 16. I went in the bathroom and jacked off while they were there.
Nice.
And then I felt
shook her
so
hand
weird.
and touched her and rubbed on her shoulder afterwards.
Yeah, I washed my hands, but
of course, but it's still the fact.
Yeah, I felt very creeped out by myself. And now I am the monster that stands before you today.
And you did it as a ritual every single holiday after that.
This was yesterday.
Mine was Mariah Carey's Christmas album cover.
Oh, dude, yeah. That's basically porn,
I don't even
dude.
think that's weird. Yeah,
that's basically porn.
That's bra and panty section of like JCPenney ads.
It's really kind of neat. I have a picture of it right here. I love it so much. It's just like, but she's just
his wife kind of looks like that.
Extremely
but
sexy.
Dude, I almost said
it's a great like Christmassy body.
I almost said Paula Abdul because like the video with the wolf, and I almost said other stuff like that from 80s movies. Like
I jerked off when I was younger. That's like a cold-hearted snake video.
That doesn't count, like any white snake video. Woo woo wee. But I mean, any of those don't count though. I mean, he had a mannequin.
It's not porn.
I got an almost relative.
Mine would just be, mine was mostly going to be like, okay, a cigarette ad, like at my aunt's house. I just like went in the bathroom and I just had to rub one out. And it was a cigarette. It was like a Newport, and it was like a black woman and a white woman. They're like leaning over a bar, like, ha ha ha.
Dude, Unity like gets me so hot, dude. I only watch interracial. I'm serious. If you ain't unifying, I ain't fucking jacking and crying. No thanks.
Real quick though, it's just my own curiosity in this. I'm certain that your podcast isn't always just like I feel like I've initiated conversations about shitting and masturbation, and I want
it's all coming and going.
I was talking
dude.
about being a person that there was a legacy. This is how I achieved that.
Yes.
Having said that though, do you remember your first Hollywood crush? Mm-hmm. Just like
it was Alyssa Milano and Debbie Gibson in tandem with each other. Yes.
Really boiled over for them. That was it.
Went straight to the girl on girl. You fucking sexual demon.
Absolutely, I wanted both of them in my grandma's bathroom with me right then and there.
The fact that they're dating now must be exciting for you.
They're still sexy women, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
they are.
They still both are, definitely.
Mine was what's I know you know this actress's name from Weird Science.
Oh, which one? The movie or the show?
The movie.
The movie?
I love Weird
That was
Science.
Carmen Electra.
No, it was not. It was way
Wasn't
before
it?
Carmen
No,
Electra.
Who was the one on
British
the show?
actress.
Man.
She was in everything.
The TV show
for a time.
I'm just gonna Google it. Pal.
So
Elizabeth.
I'll say in the meantime. So I know the lady on the film was sexy, but I thought the lady from Weird Science that was on the TV show.
I never watched the show.
She was hot as fuck, and she looked just like the girl from Kingpin, who was the girl that he ran off with. She looked like that.
I love that movie. I mean, just so much.
Kelly LeBrock.
Let me see.
Kelly LeBrock was from the original film.
Yep. 1985 comedy romance science fiction.
I feel like it was Carmen Electra, but maybe
she
not.
looks so weird now. I mean, that's still, of course.
Well, yeah, she was at her. Oh, Jesus.
You know what?
Let me find some better images.
Her fucking lip looks like fucking a tomato from fucking Burger King on a
There's
wire.
a lasting
looks like
hotness for
This was from the movie Time.
There we go.
Yeah.
She's
you know
a
what I mean?
maniac.
Like, would you say that like Farrah Fawcett,
The hair. Oh, the hair.
There are just certain women that you grew up with absolute adoration for, and so they have a forever pass. They're forever hot,
Of course.
because they were the pinnacle. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, they would. Yes,
Yeah,
Farrah
yeah,
Fawcett
yeah.
gets a forever pass.
Yeah,
She looks like she's
and
got two
that's-
pink minnows for lips now. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but she kind of
my
gets
God.
a forever
Yes.
pass. Weird Science was.
But then she's
I
like
don't know.
a hot
That's kind of
gilf
the
right there.
coolest-
Like that's,
Well, what's weird about this is that so
Yeah,
she has aged and gotten a little odd looking, but like what is it, Michael C. Hall or whatever like that? He has aged and become like quite a gentleman. That women,
It's a different. I wish it wasn't rated on such different terms. Like guys are celebrated in their later years. You get your silver foxes like Clooney and
but
such.
Girls like gray hair, like in our beards and stuff. Now I was thinking about that earlier. That's the thing now. Like before, I would freak out when I have gray hairs. Now they're coming in, I feel like, I could fuck an old bitch now. Mm-hmm. Like they're into that, and even like younger girls
put a couple
like that
check marks
too.
on the list for some grandmas.
Yeah, as soon as I get my poly walnut wings in, dude, I'll be flying for real.
I have zero. I have zero opinion on how anyone should look, but I do love when people let the natural go, because my favorite phase, and I'm sorry to compare people to dogs, but dogs are just my favorite. And my favorite phase of a dog's life is when they start to gray pepper and then their face grays out. It's the most adorable. It's when you're clicking on all,
I call them Rusty or Old Blue. When
that's when they go from being like your buddy to like family member. I don't know how to describe it, but they just settle in. They become old people. They get all the rules. They get off the couch and go outside and they do everything perfectly. They are a family member. I don't know.
They're so
they
system oriented and habit.
They
formed.
look the way they're supposed to for the age, for the breed, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So the grays, whatever the balding patterns, I want things to. It's never going to happen. People that put pride and care into their look, I always love that. I wish I knew how to maximize it like some people do.
And a dog doesn't even try.
I got a question. Do our pubes turn gray?
Yeah,
I think so.
I've got gray chest hairs. I mean, they're starting to happen.
I thought you were about to admit you had gray pubes.
Oh, I mean, I haven't. I mean, you'd have to really
I'm curious.
Get a good look. Yeah.
I feel like he wants to see them now. And I feel like
no,
you should show
my
him.
own gray pubes.
No,
I have gray pubes.
We're talking about John's pubes now, Jason. Don't be selfish.
Were you predisposed for grays? Do you have a lot of grays?
No, not specifically that I know of.
Okay. Have you examined your pubes enough to know if you have any graves?
I have no pubes. I am completely.
I never look in the bottom of the tub after they're gone, so I don't know if they're gray
and
or
a
not.
husband, and you keep it all trim and props.
Right. Nice and respectful. Yes, because I expect
you
the
as
same
well?
in return.
It's not like perfect, but
he's ready to be on display, I think. Right? You want to be on display a little bit?
no, not really, not publicly.
I feel like I'm going to bag the leaves when I get home. I feel pressured to rake the yard immediately.
Yeah. Fucking maybe water it a little bit.
I maybe went way too far married.
I asked Jason for Christmas for a Manscaped kit, and those things are excellent.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah,
Did you
it's
give him
really
the
good for my
hand-me-downs?
beard too.
You know, I wasn't trying to put my business on Front Street. But
He's putting what was on Front Street all over his body.
Well, I know how Jason likes a deal, and you get a deal if you buy two. So
exactly.
I was more giving him a gift of a discount.
Yeah. And it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
So you're both givers.
And it's also the gift that keeps on taking.
Yeah.
My pubes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one more question, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right. So if you were offered $1,000 a day to not masturbate, how much would you make in a year?
About $50.
So nothing.
No. It's $1,000 a day and not masturbate.
You figure it's $365,000 in a year.
I got it. I'm going to throw a question at you guys in a second that I think is good.
right.
But this one.
Dude,
How much you making?
I wouldn't masturbate because I can.
How far can you go?
Dude, I can
Gotta
go-
know now.
I can make the whole year.
You think?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm making $1,000 a day. I can afford a date
You'd
anywhere I
be-
want to go with anyone I want to go with.
Money's
That will
on the
go with
line.
me. Yeah, no, I don't.
No, let's say it's put into an escrow and you don't get it until the year is done.
Man, I'm gonna explode
That's
about
tough,
350 days from now. My wiener's just gonna
wait.
fucking like a hot dog that was in the oven too
it's
long.
just masturbation
Yeah,
because
no
I feel
masturbation. Just masturbation only. Masturbation
legitimately,
only.
I don't see an end to this. I don't see if I would let myself down if I ever stopped that stream of income.
Sure.
So I
Yeah.
don't think I would allow myself to fail.
You would have that kind of discipline. You
Yeah.
say, no, don't rub your cock.
I just don't know how else to describe it. It's like
I probably wouldn't
wife-
talk to myself
Hon?
like that.
I need you to rub my cock again.
Yeah.
it's a weird, like what? Yeah, you just wouldn't ever miss the day. That would be the one time you.
You like the hun? Hun?
Hun, my wiener's swelling.
Hey, bae? Yeah.
Before I can finish dinner, you got to finish me.
No, I didn't really call you.
Yeah.
I'd have like a bracelet that vibrated if I was alone for more than 2 minutes. Just like, oh, I need to find company. Hey,
Yeah.
I hope I don't pull it out when they're there.
If I don't get it till the year's over, until I break the streak, yeah, my wiener would explode. But I think I could make it at least 6 months, at least.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's 180 grand. I'd be like 180,000. I'm a bust a nut now.
I got a deal for you. Then.
Yeah. All right. Starting when?
No, I don't know. I don't have that kind of money to pay you.
Then why'd you offer?
But you know what? I think that it would be a fair gamble. What if we made a gamble of a year's worth of pay, $1,000 a day, $365,000? If you completed it, then you would get the money. But if you failed at all, you would owe the money.
How would we monitor this? Yeah. And then Jason would just ghost me and not pay me ever.
I mean,
that's what the friendship would be worth. I'd be like, shit, I owe him $300,000. Fuck that. No, I'm already done.
That's all it would cost to get you out of my life, dude. Deal.
Let's do it.
No.
No.
You have a wife. I'm single.
I need you.
I need self-maintenance, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must be maintained.
You got to love yourself and maintain yourself. Yeah. I got to maintain a physical or mental level of busted nuttedness.
Busted nuttedness.
Yeah. On that note.
Open mic. Let's do it. So I'm sure you can get the concept. You're going to go first. Spin the wheel in either direction. Give it a good hearty man spin like you haven't jacked off in 6 months. And we'll riff whatever it lands on. Unless we don't like the topic. Okay. Then we
First.
Pretty weak, I guess.
Yeah, give it another spin.
I'm too old for that.
Too old for that spin. You could do better.
Come on, muscles.
There you go.
That's about what it is, y'all. And eating shit.
Eating shit.
Eating shit.
Oh,
Or-
have you,
so
have
that
you
could be
guys eat
scat.
shit? Have you guys not like literal shit? Eating shit on stage?
Oh,
a
dude.
joke in a something anywhere? Where have you ate shit at?
These are quite literally my
last
favorite.
Friday I did an open mic where I just ate a big bag of shit. I'm trying to do like more of my personal stories and stuff that like I've told people, like the manager at Hyenas is a good friend of mine, Micah. I've told him all these stories when we lived together about like one of me walking into my boss eating his girlfriend out on the counter, and he's like, Sarah, he's like screaming, "Suck it on!" It was hilarious. And like stories about me meeting DMX or robbing people in a past life. And he's like, tell those stories. And they did not go well.
Yeah, you tried using them. People one-on-one are like, that's funny. Use that as a joke, and you use it and it doesn't work.
Yeah, I think it will. It's just going to take time for me to be able to make that story work the way I want it to. But not the first time for sure. It's
you got to swing the hammer on it a little bit.
They all need to be workshopped for sure. I have a handful of jokes that started out like if you were only allowed to use first gear in a manual.
Yeah.
So it just felt like crawling, and then I found second gear and found third. I know it sounds funny, but it took a while to get it legs.
Have you ever ate shit when you were sure you had a hot set? And you're like, I know these are good jokes. Like they got, and still they just ate shit.
We talked briefly about cruise ships.
Oh,
and
you guys weren't there. Thanks for joining us.
Hi guys. Okay. I do cruise ships.
No more drinking before the episodes.
That's nor a brag nor anything. It is just information. But what I'll say about cruise ships is they are humbling. They remind you to sharpen the fuck up. I do,
because you can get a hot crowd on a show, and then like the next one can be like a less
every
hot
week.
Crowd.
I'm
It's a
booked
reset every
with
time.
another professional. I'm sharing a ship
Do you
with
mind?
another headliner, and these people have backgrounds far beyond my own as professional TV appearances, you name it. Some of them had TV shows, some have been in many movies, and I am doing sets before them, after them. I'm slugging with the heaviest of the heavy hitters, and I'm not exaggerating. It is like I was having the worst kind of bombing once a week. Ugh. The worst, where I was calling or messaging my wife on whatever shit Wi-Fi service I was able to afford, and just be like, I said shit in the family show. And then I never recovered.
Kids in the front row.
No, there were. Like, there are like 4-year-olds and 7-year-olds and 75-year-olds. And like, I had those types of shows that just
everybody
shook
that
me to my
wears a
core.
diaper.
And you have those at a club or any other place. Like, there's a certain way you can nurse your way through it. But when it's like you and people are going to see you all over the place, it is just the worst. Once a week I had those. On land, I had 2 a year, maybe. Not bragging, just lucky.
On a ship, though, that's I never thought about. The worst part is you bomb, and then you're in the buffet line with the people who didn't laugh at you and that think you're just some weird loser. And
there's that comedian that wasn't funny.
I wanted to say a fuck in front of my kids.
And And I took it really personally because on land, my batting average is very. I'm confident in saying it's extremely high. I barely ever have a bad show, and so when I'm having them one a week that are just earth-shattering differences, I started to notice, and I'm delivering. I mean, at least the way I'm monitoring my, like I'm with my jokes, I'm attached to my stories.
Sure.
Because at some point, if the audience is just not engaging, you go full board and you just do it the way it was meant to be done. Tell your story right now to this audience for the first time. Enjoy yourself, get lost in it. And I would do that. And I felt like I was clicking, hitting every punchline, adding things, going on fun riffs. And it would be 30 minutes of silence or just a little bit of laughter. And so I wouldn't feel terrible when I gave it my all. And then I realized that on ships, some are super well attended, some are not. And I got used to being one of many options on the ship. I'm one of 11 or 12 right now entertainment package listed on their daily itinerary.
Sure.
And I realized some people will float in and out because, I've got dinner scheduled. They'll walk out of the front row.
Sure.
They didn't think about your set, and when they're and no excuses, it just hurt. I'd never seen people walk, and granted, I've walked very
it seems
few
like they're walking on you,
on a ship.
but they're going to get dinner, actually.
Well, some do. I'm certain some have, but not anywhere near as many as I'm saying. We're our biggest critics, but I'll say it taught me a certain humility and immediately adapted where I know I'm going to be on and be funny for every show every time because I want to eliminate that possibility.
So you want to keep
where I can
somebody
still hang my hat on a good show, even like I know it sounds funny, but if you have 17 people in a room that seats, and this happened, I was like the day before, or it was on New Year's Eve, but at 7 p.m. and we were docked somewhere amazing. We were in Hawaii? No. We were somewhere amazing. And they had me do this New Year's Eve show at 7 o'clock, and then they had me do another one at 9 o'clock.
Oh, God.
And I think we had like 12 people in a 900-seat theater.
Yeah.
And I was never interrupted by any kind of laughter or noise. So it felt a lot like a Zoom show.
Yeah.
But I was
keep going.
dressed.
Just keep going.
Yeah, I was like, I was in my nice clothes, and I was in like this beautiful proscenium with like columns and.
Do you have a sparkly jacket?
No. I don't do that. No, but it's just so
I feel like you have a sparkly jacket hanging in the closet at least.
Oh no, I've got costumes. I've got unitards. Don't you know who you're talking? I've got leisure suits, but sparkly. No, I do want a legitimate 100% top to bottom custom mariachi suit, sombrero, everything.
Nice.
You can buy them in the Valley for under $300, handmade, tailor made to
Very
you
nice.
in any well, I mean, they have a lot of colors. I don't want to say any fabric, but you got choices. Anyways,
across the border, they're
I wish I had their
$60.
name, but that's a legit, weird, cool, old service that might not be around very long. Eating shit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I
So
do that
all
a
the
lot.
time on cruises. If you ever think you're
You
good.
know, whenever I'm on a cruise, we usually, if we get into the comedy shows, the reason that we're there is just to congregate about what we're going to do next, and it's air conditioned in
It's
there.
it's food, nap, food, nap, food, nap, food, and then food is literally to the top of your throat, and you regret like your last 2 days.
If I laugh, I'm gonna puke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate, yeah.
Well, I'm mostly going to puke from all the drinks I've had because I get my fill of the wristband.
Oh yeah, I'm charging everybody else's room every time I go on a cruise ship. Let me give it a spin. You hold the bottom.
This sucks.
This sucks.
What sucks?
What sucks? What's something that you think is stupid or terrible?
Ooh. Oh.
I got
the
one.
sudden disappearance of Trump flags. What happened?
They're still around. That's what sucks.
There's like one or two still in my neighborhood.
I drive to Oklahoma a lot. I've been doing gigs up there, and there's a Trump store. It's like about 15 minutes outside of Denton, headed north, and it's still there, and there's still cars pulling in and out of there buying stuff.
You know, in the opening of my neighborhood, there's somebody right at the corner opposite of my street, and he has the Buffalo Bills flag and the Trump flag both hanging still proudly in front of his house.
The Bills will have a cease and desist letter in his mailbox shortly.
He definitely has two losing teams.
Yeah, he knows how
He's
to pick a loser.
representing hard for.
You know,
They made the playoffs, right?
they made the Super Bowl. They didn't win it though.
They lost.
Tom Brady showed up.
No, I'm talking about Buffalo Bills. You said it.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills.
Not
Bills
you're
Brady.
talking about back in the day.
No,
No, the Buffalo Bills won the playoffs this year.
They got
eliminated
what the fuck
this
are
year.
you talking about? They haven't been
Bowl.
there since maybe the 90s.
Yeah, my bad.
Right?
Yeah, they almost
Super
made it.
Bowl.
That's right. They were
They had a run
game
in the
away.
Super Bowl.
They were so
Jim
close.
Kelly.
Well, I noticed he
So
popped up that Bills
close.
flag when they were doing the run, and I was just like, oh, it's nice to see something else.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what sucks. I paid for a Dash Pass on DoorDash, and I had to like plan that out in my head. I felt like I was gonna fuck it up, but I paid for the Dash Pass, and what makes me mad is I'll order food, and I know where the restaurants are around here, and I'll watch them on the map, pick up my food, go past my house, make another delivery on the other side of town, and then bring my order, and it's all fucked up and cold and gross. And I'm like, but you drove right by.
You know what sucks?
They gave those people my food. I know they did. Why do you give me chips and no spin dip? I ordered spin dip. What do you want me to do with these chips?
Because they ate it on the way over from their house to your house.
That's why I can't DoorDash, dude. I'd be a sampling motherfucker, dude. It'd be like Costco for
I
me.
DoorDashed for a little while, and I'll tell you, like, they force you to do those stacked orders like that. They make you deliver where you're supposed to go. But
mad.
I've gone off the beaten path if it made more sense to deliver at a sooner spot and done it. And
I've only seen it done once, and it makes me mad because it's like, it's right here. It's my food. And also I noticed too, like, I'll order, and it'll be an hour before they even pick it up. So clearly they're waiting on their food too. Like, so this other person just fucked my whole thing. And that's fine. Like, I get the order of things, but I pay for a Dash Pass. So,
so I'm
number
use
one.
It. Yeah.
But they abuse me, and it's not cool.
I'm not going to order food like the poorest of the poor.
Yeah.
I pay for all this priv.
Yeah, that's just, what do you think I am? I'm ordering a soda and a sandwich for $25. You think I'm okay with this?
Am I a struggling single parent?
Yeah. What's going on here?
I'm sorry, that probably hit close to a lot of people. Real
sucks?
quick, this sucks. Okay, and I want. Have you guys ever ordered? Okay, do you like Little Caesars pizza?
love it.
Love it, right?
Hate it. Hate it.
So there is a scam, at least in my hood. You order online and you pick up your pizza in a portal.
Yes.
All right, it's
Inside
cool.
their
You
little
come
thing,
in,
you
you
come and
punch
get it.
in a little 4-digit code. It opens a box. That box is yours. They don't give you a bay. You just like punch in, bop, 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 and then one opens. It feels fucking cool because there's usually a line of assholes that didn't plan ahead, and you're that guy that's just like, pardon me, let me just get over here, and you get your shit.
You have like your tennis racket.
You grab
with
a
you.
2-liter.
Yeah.
You don't check in with anybody.
Your
Now,
sweater folded over your shoulder.
You
Out of my way,
feel-
peasants.
You walk in and out
With a crown.
Zach fucking Morris.
Yeah.
When you get home,
Zach Morris is trash.
there's a discrepancy. They move the toppings and cheese and sauce in a full inch from all sides. So 2 fucking inches in diameter less of toppings, and you have like this overhanging 3-inch crust. This is happening in 2 locations in Fort Worth. So
So you complain and be like, hey, this sucked.
you're already home.
I'm not coming back out.
That's right. I'm home with
Put my name on the
fucking-
books.
Mostly, they would call it a crust and pepperoni would be the top. I mean, it's like the fucking center. It's very, very little. Anyways, it's been happening. It's a great pie. And I'm pissed off about, I want them just to give me.
Well, that's what you get for liking Little Caesars. It's trash and tastes like the box it comes in.
That's
I don't like it at all. I fucking hate
Hey,
it.
what do you think about Detroit style pizza? It's kind of taken off now.
Amazing.
I
Yeah,
love
I don't have a rigid stance on pizza. I will eat it in all forms and love it equally.
Is there any brands you don't like the delivery chains? What's your least favorite one? Papa John's for me.
No, I gets down with it mostly. That butter sauce, you know what it is? The butter dip
the garlic
sauce
butter sauce
is
makes
there
me
to
shit
hide
like
Yeah, I was
a
saying,
lot of
you
its
mean the
shortcomings.
instant diarrhea sauce?
It's there to hide a lot. That's all it is. It's there to make up for the lack of any seasoning whatsoever in their crust. There's nothing in or on around the
So
crust.
would you say Papa John's is your least favorite also?
Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm just asking.
Let me have a moment.
We're trying to put pizza in your mouth, not words.
Of the chains. Not like Louis down the road or anything, you know.
Like,
What do you dislike?
Have you had-
What's your dislike chain?
It's Papa John's. It's Papa John's and Little Caesars. Those are the 2 worst things on the planet. I hate it. Yeah, I have another thing that sucks whenever you guys are done with this pizza shit. Though.
I'm not making a stance. I'm not telling
No.
you.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're staying
'cause he
so
might
you're
get a
staying
sponsorship.
conservative on your pizza
Man,
stance.
I guess
Okay.
He might
I'm-
get a pizza
I'm
sponsorship.
most
He doesn't want to shoot himself in the
disappointed
foot.
in Little Caesars
for
Right now.
allowing that dishonesty to happen.
Yep.
My other gripe is also with DoorDash, but it's not actually DoorDash's problem. Fucking Hooters in my area is being very deceitful because I'll see, like, you know, you're scrolling through looking at restaurants. It'll say Hooters. Have you noticed this? They'll say Hootie's Bait and Tackle Shop, and it's just showing whatever Hooters fried fish is. And then it'll say Hootie's Burger Bar, and then it'll say, like, Hoots Wings, and then Hooters. And they've got like 9 different things. And
Before you can get to what you're intended.
No, just they're trying to trick you. They can't just have the Hooters. They pretend like it's a different restaurant that's not Hooters to trick you into eating their shitty food.
I thought I ordered from Hooters.
Well, think about this now. With COVID and everything, people couldn't go to Hooters, so they weren't ordering it because what's the point of... The only good thing at Hooters is the buffalo shrimp. I'd rather have that than any of the waitresses.
Is it frozen or they really make it?
I don't know, but it's delicious.
Well, Daytona wings are good.
They're good, but buffalo shrimp's the
They
best.
catfish their customers.
But they're catfishing us, and it's so annoying. I got fooled and ordered a burger, and it showed up in a Hooters bag, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
And then I went back and looked, and I show it to my roommate every time we order something. It's like, you want... What kind of Hooters do you want? You want the fish Hooters? You want the burger Hooters? They even had one that was like Hoots Tizers, and it was just like their first recommended for you are the appetizers.
These ghost kitchens are really taking over, man.
Yeah.
Those little combined words don't work. But I got... Let me and don't take it as how it comes off first. My grandma catfished me in a similar way. She tempted me with this question, and what kid wouldn't think they were in for a day of wonder? She said, "John, what would you say if I said we could go, or what would you say if we had breakfast at International House of Pancakes?" Mm-hmm. I was like, "What?"
Wow,
She's like, "Yeah, we can go to the International House of Pancakes." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do this."
IHOP. They have all those
And
syrups.
when I showed up and it was just IHOP, I was absolutely disappointed. I was just, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, you oversold it. It was like,
oh, I get you.
You fucking liar.
You're like, I was looking to have like the most regal breakfast this morning.
International House of Pancakes.
Like, we're going to go to the actual international.
I never
House
asked
of
what
Pancakes?
IHOP stood for. White trash in my core, and I just never asked that. And so when she spelled it out, I was like, "Oh my god! Like, am I dressed appropriately?" Like,
Yeah.
She was ready to spend $3.99 on the Rudy
I'm
Tooty
gonna wear a
Fresh and
bib
Fruity.
and let's do this. Let's
He's got a clip on.
what?
He's got a clip on bow tie, and he's ready to eat some fucking.
It's like telling me Arby's is an A-list. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
They have all the meat.
Hey, pretty good sandwiches.
I like the gyros.
Yeah.
We're running a little behind on time, so
Oh.
we're gonna skip the workshop. It's time for some crime stories.
Time for crime stories, bitch. 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 Time for crime stories, bitch.
We got a man allegedly kills his nephew during a live stream.
Allegedly,
Because he hasn't been proven guilty in a court of law yet.
we all know it's guilty till proven innocent.
Everyone,
Did you just look that up or did you watch the video?
I literally just Googled crazy stories right now. No, I actually saved this.
He
Just
did his
Yeah,
research.
he googled crazy stories last night when he was laying in bed.
It was this afternoon at 3.
Yeah.
So
Sounds more right.
Shocking video shows an Indian man. This is coming out of India. Indian man holds a pistol, loads it, shoots his 19-year-old nephew dead as he was recording a video. This is in Muzaffarnagar. I can't even say the fucking word.
I think you got it. I think everyone there
Muzaffarnagar.
will probably email in and say nailed it.
Let us know, guys.
Muzaffarnagar.
Yeah. So it's in the state of Uttar Pradesh in India is where it's at. We're all going to act like we know where that is. So in the 30-second video, which has been posted on Reddit's our actual public freakout page, it shows 4 men seated around a tube well. First off, what's a tube well?
Well full of tubes? I don't know.
A tube well. They're seated around a tube well and they're drinking. They're all having some drinks.
Okay.
Okay. So bottles of alcohol can be seen in the video. However, they're also casually passing a well-worn pistol around. They're just passing it around, looking at it, talking, laughing, doing whatever. I mean, you see the setup
when
here,
you
don't
sit
you?
around a well and pass around a pistol with your friends, right? That's just good old-fashioned fun.
Like, I mean, if we had a pistol
Seems a
here,
bit
we're
staged.
gonna keep like passing it around and taking a little look at it.
I get up and walk away from that group because I am accident-prone and clumsy, and I know that I'm so clumsy, somebody else will drop the gun and shoot me with it.
Like you'll kill yourself or kill somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see a gun out, I don't know that the person holding it's not emotionally delicate at that moment. I'm just going to be like,
a gun.
well, later, guys, or
Yeah.
just leave.
All right, then.
Yeah.
So I gotta go.
If you see it before me and are leaving quicker than me, I might trip you. Like I need to give him something to.
Like, please
Trip
let me
or
know.
sacrifice you.
I'll talk positively about you. Be like, oh, he's so nice. He
Yeah.
pushed me out of the way.
Yeah, I was trying to help.
So for the record, if you're out somewhere and somebody pulls a gun and you don't see it, be sure to tell you. You'd like to know.
Yeah.
You're like, tell me if there's a gun here.
I'm not gonna yell like gun because then he'll want to shoot me.
be
I'll
like,
be
"Hey."
like, I'll yell it on the way the fuck out. Yo, that guy's weird. He's got a gun. Yeah, I'll be gone. Like I'll
That's
close
him right
I'll
there.
close the door.
I'll get a good 5 seconds in front of you and be like, he has a gun.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I don't. I'll give the Irish goodbye. If I see a gun, I'm just, bye. Like if you're there or a friend of mine's there, I'll be like, hey, let's go over here for a minute.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Hey, hang
Yeah.
back real quick, man. This guy got a gun.
Yeah,
let's
let's
go.
go. Let's
That's
do
how I'd
it.
whisper to somebody, hey, hang back. This guy got a gun. Let's go.
Dude, strap, yo. He's strapped, son.
I got to speak the people's language, man.
Yeah, son is strapped, yo.
and I'd be like, why are you talking like that? No.
That-
You
hey,
said,
John.
dude, strap, son.
You're like,
and
hey,
I
John,
wanna-
John, this fool got a burner over here.
Yeah.
Let's go, man.
What are you talking about?
He got a burner. Someone lit a match. Click them Nikes. Let's go. Clickety clack.
Listen, this guy got the heat. This guy got the heat in the club. Let's go.
Clickety clack before the clap back. Then you got to get out of there. Yeah.
I think he owned his Zaza and he got that heater in the club right now.
I don't. He said heater, and I'm already warm blooded, so I'm out of there. Yeah.
So this is until they're all having a good time until one of the men picks up the gun. He points it at the other man and pulls the trigger. The phone falls from his hand, and then painful groans are heard. Another man in the video watches the event transpire without a hitch. According to the TV department out there that reported this, the 19-year-old, his name was Prince, and he was reportedly the shooter's nephew.
Well, don't go camping with your uncle.
Now, especially with a gun,
No thanks. That's
In
why.
India.
That's why people have offered me like.
with a tube well.
I grew up in a small country town, and people have invited me.
You can't
hunting.
keep me away from tube wells. Don't ask me.
I'm hot for tube wells, bro.
Dude, I've had plenty of people invite me to go hunting with them, and I'm like, dude's drinking in a forest with a gun. I'm good.
Nobody's gonna fucking Dick Cheney
I'm
me.
gonna lay in
Hell
the AC and masturbate. I'm gonna create life as you take it. No, thanks.
I will say, minus the guns, I recently went to. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been here. I went to Big Bend with a few guys in antique classic 4x4s, so like Blazers and K10s, and we just did a little days of off-roading. Lots of red meat. They were heavy with drink. It was a superb time.
Sounds
Just,
fun.
Yeah, literally.
That
like,
sounds
Drinks, guys.
yeah.
I like four wheeling and stuff like that, and
I
off-roading.
jumped into the
but-
Rio Grande to like actually wash off like what's it, Dr. Bronner's
Oh yeah.
soap. Like it was a cool time.
We went on a riverboat gambling trip and then made some jerky and shit
wish.
with the door open. Yeah.
We literally have done none of those things.
Yeah.
No, man.
So according to the report, the unnamed shooter was arrested, obviously. Police are searching for the other men seen in the video. The accused also reported claim that he was just checking out the pistol and he didn't think it was loaded when he shot it at his friend.
Hey, how does this thing work?
Do we know if the guy died?
He died. He's dead. He's mega dead. He's super dead. Yeah.
Yeah, do they double tap him?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? No, sounds like the guy, you said there was a guy that didn't flinch. Sounds like he's the guy who paid the other guy to kill his
Yeah,
nephew.
he's sitting in the back watching like any moment now.
They're like, hey, bring your nephew out here and let's fucking shoot him.
Well, it sounds like they've got all the evidence they need.
I think
Yeah.
so. They're going to wrap this
Yeah,
up.
I don't
This is
think
a
that-
slam dunk, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that's allegedly. I think that's a guy killed his nephew.
Allegedly.
And then they posted the video?
The video was shared by somebody.
Well, good. Fuck that guy. He killed his nephew. That's not funny.
Yeah.
That's fucking sad.
Yeah, it's a little sad.
That's pretty
Depending
sad.
on the nephew.
Yeah, well, I've got some dick cousins, so yeah. But
I got another short story that's a little bit more lighthearted.
let's please cover up that.
Okay. So, hangry but helpful. Suspect stopped by Chick-fil-A customer's truck door.
Say that again because you lost me.
Hangry but helpful. Suspect stopped by Chick-fil-A customer's truck door.
Trying to run through the drive-thru, sounds like.
This is in New York, the Empire State.
I couldn't even imagine a Chick-fil-A in New York, how crowded that
Wait a
fucking
minute.
line is.
What's
Is
a
there
truck?
a Chick-fil-A in New York?
Is there one you can drive through? I'm sure.
Yeah, like that fast and shit.
We're
Like, you know,
thinking
the long
only crowded
line.
downtown Manhattan. That's all we're thinking.
I like
and
to
nothing
think that
else.
the Chick-fil-A in New York is only employs gay people. I'd like to think that, because I thought Chick-fil-A only hired gay people because, but
If it helps you rest easier,
Yeah.
I'm sure there are. I'm almost certain there are a handful of establishments
There's minimal
fully.
options there, I think, to choose from the candidates that are applying. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's New York. They got everything in the world there.
I guess so.
Everyone's like
They have a
sex
midget
fluid.
with a horse leg working there, and it's just like,
Not
hey, it's
everyone.
New York.
They'd let
yeah.
the naked cowboy work there, but I think he makes more money working on the street corner.
Well, he
Oh,
only
most
applies
certainly.
the mayonnaise to the sandwiches. That's all he does.
So a man was waiting for his chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A in Texas, or Chick-fil-A in Texas. Why is it saying in Texas? Why? Hold on a second. It said New York. New York. A man waiting for his Chick-fil-A sandwich at a Chick-fil-A. It says in Texas. I guess they fucked up here somewhere.
They did. Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna.
Because I didn't think there was a Chick-fil-A in New York to begin with, first off.
Yeah,
when
and
saw
I
that.
also thought that you read the stories once before you brought them here, but that's cool.
Someone listening live said if you read this before, you would have spotted that. That's what they said. That's
Nice.
just what they
Okay.
said.
Yeah.
I'll polish that. Editing.
Yeah.
We'll get that in
Yeah, and
editing.
the crazy thing is,
Oh, hey, we'll do this.
yeah,
Oops.
I'm not editing this shit
all
at
right,
all.
cool, cool.
But also,
That's
we're
just
not
weird.
live right now at all.
Wait a
so-
minute. Hold on.
No.
Who is
they're all-
texting you?
They're all over the place now.
My
Video
wife and
shared.
Adam Schefter. It's a fucking free agent.
Video shared by the Jacksonville Police Department.
So
Now we're in Florida.
Jesus Christ, this guy was running for a minute, only eating Chick-fil-A's.
Happened on March 10th, so it was just recent.
It was a week ago from tomorrow.
Shows the man running towards. It's neither here nor there where it is. So it shows the man running towards the truck in the restaurant's parking lot when the customer opens the door and smacks the suspect into the officer trailing him. Would you do that if you saw somebody getting chased by the cops? Like, boom, open the door,
I don't think I want to implicate myself or put my name on any paperwork of any crime.
or ding your car door.
Yeah, that's
Like the
yeah.
physical act of snitching.
Yeah,
That's dry snitching like a motherfucker right there. Definitely.
Now, if I knew that you were contributing to catching someone for a violent crime, if you saw someone snag a purse, that'd be cool if you could intervene. But if all you see is cops and the guy running wide-eyed, I'm not snitching.
No.
It's not. Yeah,
The
Open
cops
the door,
are-
hit him 48 hour style.
exactly.
The police-
If he's not toting a fucking weapon or anything,
if he's
just
not
get-
swinging babies in his arms, I'm
Right.
gonna let the cops do what they get paid for.
He's doing flight. What we should all think about doing. Just oh shit,
I've been on the run before. I'm not gonna. I was somewhere recently where a
What?
fight broke out, and they were looking for people to sign the police report that somebody filed. And they asked me, I was like, "Oh, I didn't see nothing." And he was like, "I saw you watching it, taking pictures." I was like, "I didn't see nothing."
That
dude.
wasn't me.
I'm not putting my name down on that shit. No, thanks.
Listen, off the record, I saw fucking everything. On the record, I ain't telling you shit.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Hey, and by the way, there's a Jacksonville, Texas.
There's a Jacksonville in almost every state. They got to work the
wondering.
trash in somewhere.
Shout out Jacksonville.
all of them.
All of the Jacksonvilles.
You've been to Jacksonville, Florida?
Yeah.
We lived there too, and it's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not like St. Augustine, if that's probably where you were. The rest of it is shitty.
Were there decent beaches to drive to?
It's on the Atlantic side, so Atlantic side beaches are kind of crappy with all
They-
the shit
Sure.
that washes in.
They were
Sure.
okay, but everything in Jacksonville, even the beaches, closed down at 9 o'clock, and I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with why
I
are you
like
closing at
swimming
9?
at 10.
Yeah, I like
what
to
if
swim
I like
till 10.
that?
You're
I like
closing
to,
my beach too early, eh?
I lay on the beach until the pizza washes through my body, and I roll back into the water.
So this all stemmed from the officer realized a suspect who was in a stolen car ended up in line at the Jacksonville location Chick-fil-A.
That's the worst place to go when you steal a car. I can't even figure out how to get into most Chick-fil-A's. You get to circle, and go
It's
through
a-
this.
it's a
pain in
weird
the
flex.
dick.
Yeah,
it's a
it really
weird.
is.
I got
Raising
these
Cane's and
new
Chick-fil-A.
wheels.
You're like, I'm not worried
Yeah.
about getting to the chop shop. Shit, I'm gonna get me a chicken.
Watch this 17-year-old with a screen on her hand have her mind blown by my clean whip.
Yeah. On the way to the chop shop, stop at the chick shop. That's ignorant right there. That's ignorant car thieves.
So when this guy hit the other guy When the guy hit the other guy with his car door and knocked him down, he ended up dropping what appeared to be a taser or a handgun.
Oh.
The Good Samaritan then kicked the weapon away from his hand reach.
Dang.
Was it a taser or a handgun?
They didn't specify. But another officer arrived on the scene and then walked the suspect back to his car in cuffs. Bracelets.
The way that
Ready
this
to
is
go.
written.
Sounds like that was a white guy that got arrested.
It
They
sounds.
would have been dead if it was otherwise.
Yeah.
The guy who wrote it, or the guy who actually did the heroic shit, it sounds like he got to write it, because that's exactly how I would tell the story to my buddies, like bar stories.
Yeah.
Like, and then I knocked him down, and then I dislodged the weapon and kicked it out of reach, and just held him there until the cops got there.
I subdued
But, like,
him until they
Are
got
you
there.
Irish in this bar? Because I couldn't pick that
No, I'm just
accent.
like, just kind of guy, just
like-
lay
he's
back.
broing it. I
drink
hear him broing a little bit.
You sound like an Irish Rastafari.
Nah, I just went hard in the 90s, man.
I can't even
That
breathe.
gruff voice, someone who likes Metallica and they like
Sound like Chumpawamba was telling that story.
Do you know what Chumbawamba is?
Tub thumping, bro. Yeah, of course. So I get knocked down, but I get up again. I promise. It sounds like any city named Jacksonville. There's 3 people in that city: the sheriff, the criminal, and the guy who writes the papers, who's
Yeah.
the sheriff's brother.
Oh, we
Yeah.
gotta figure.
So the sheriff's brother stopped him. Sheriff arrested him. Now they're all drinking at the jail.
So the Jacksonville police praised the customer for his quick thinking, and on TV, what else would this dumb fuck say? But he was hangry but happy to be helpful.
Jesus.
Fucking kill yourself.
I don't mind. Hey, I mean, fuck yeah.
Hangry but
Yeah,
helpful.
I mean that's good to be a hero.
I picture
wouldn't do it.
a husky
Oh,
Texas
yeah.
boy.
He's definitely got a big old pair of britches.
What's
for
funny is
That's
They,
a great fucking quote for a husky.
well, here's our truck where what did the smacking
Oh,
of
he's-
said suspect.
I
He's
see-
a welder.
I see an acetylene welder on the back, and I also see something for cut.
So
pipes.
this man has like leather hands.
He wasn't fucking
Yeah.
around.
Or
That wasn't even the door. That was the guy's fist. That was his palm. He just stuck it out, and the guy ran into it.
imagine he's the Texas version of Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could easily fucking be the Undertaker or Kane or anything in the WWE. Probably is like just ginormous and.
Truck exit
You
music.
managed to work keto and wrestling into conversations.
Well, we're gonna
today.
get a couple extra listeners from it. It's gonna work. Watch.
Yeah. Are you a wrestling fan?
Huh?
Are you a wrestling fan?
I am. I'm not super deep in that. And I mean, mine would be from the early and mid 80s.
Yeah.
WWF.
Yeah.
IWF.
We call those
Precisely.
the glory years.
Oh,
if
were
you're not
they?
talking about wrestling, that's a racist statement, but we're talking about wrestling.
Is this so funny and derogatory characters? Like, it just was the most amazing.
I like
Nature
Von
Boy.
Erich's the best
Yeah.
because
Von
they didn't hide
Erich's-
the fact that they were all jacked up and hopscotched up on cocaine.
No,
Just
any
love it.
They were
you listen to you listen to crime podcasts and those types of things, you will find out that nobody, not rock stars, nobody partied like pro wrestlers.
That's right.
In basically the 70s and to the early 90s.
Hell yeah.
They were all burning the candle
Because they weren't getting paid to
ends.
cash them, but drugs was being thrown at them to stay and fight.
They were
stay
snorting,
and act.
They were snorting up villages in a night, dude. They were going
What are-
town to town.
As
and
any good
burning
responsible
drugs down.
cocaine user would do.
What are the most like sets you've done in a week?
Most in a week, man. I've had some weeks with a lot of sets. I've had most sets I've ever done in a night is I did 5 at the same place, but it was like they had they had multiple rooms. So in the big room, I did 3 shows opening, and then I did 2 like 10-minute spots.
Snuck over to the red room?
between shows. Like I'd bring
That's
up a
awesome.
feature, and I'd go
Yeah.
in this room and do a set, and then come back and then do
I had
it
to
again.
do something like that when Nick
Yeah.
Guerra came into town.
Nice.
Yeah. I know it's just comedy. We can't compare it to anything that wrestlers do, but there is a tax taken just performing.
the toll,
emotional,
mentally,
mental, all of
everything.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
physically.
sure, physical.
Yeah, I've done 3 or 4 shows in a night headlining sets, and I'm just utterly exhausted. And I think about being an athlete of 6'3" to 7 foot tall, 250 to 450
Get slammed
pounds.
through some chairs and rough around.
Five
Staple in the
nights,
face,
5
run.
nights a week.
Oh man.
Grapple.
cocaine was the only way you could get the wheels turning
again.
again.
Go to Percocet to go to sleep, cocaine to go to work.
I can't imagine. I mean, these people were broken. I mean, I do stage falls, and we don't take care of ourselves. We've got creaks, and your body's my body the closest related to. It's IKEA furniture. It was built well the first time, and if it's gone through a couple moves, every fucking joint's rickety. Like I can't even stand still with my eyes closed. I just always feel like shit's not balanced like it should be.
I feel like IKEA too, but it's like the instructions that come with me are hard to understand.
There's extra hardware by the end. No, I was assembled properly, but you can't pick up and move that cheap shit. And
I feel like I was assembled by 3 different types of furniture with the wrong screws and not that little tool that's supposed to come with IKEA furniture.
Allen key.
Yeah, the Allen key. But yeah, we're doing something similar to that March 20th in Corpus Christi. We are doing that. Driving 6 hours there to do 2 shows. Driving 6 hours back.
These guys are breaking their fucking backs for you guys, man.
It's a blast. And
I'll be sitting in a car hitting a vape pen for 6 hours.
There's just so many.
Getting a paycheck too. It's not that bad.
Well,
I've performed in every conceivable venue in Corpus Christi, and this one is my favorite. It's just my favorite.
I'm excited.
It's set up well for comedy. The people that come in, they come expecting a great show because the only people they book at this venue, they're phenomenal. Like I feel always privileged to be a part of that roster, the headlining roster.
And I feel where are we at again? I know you said earlier.
Mesquite Street Comedy Club.
Mesquite Street Comedy Club.
Yeah, Corpus Christi, Texas. It's inside the Mesquite Street Pizza.
I feel privileged that I get to go. I've been wanting to go to Mesquite Street, and I see there's other comics I like going there. Like I even saw Javi Luna's coming there next month.
He's phenomenal. Yeah.
Hilarious.
He might pop in for our shows just because he's my buddy. If he does, I want him on stage. He's goddamn funny. He's so funny.
Hilarious.
And nice. But, he's one of the first people I met down there. That's what I'm saying is when you're down there, meet the comics down there. I just feel like comics, when they get out of town, they miss that element. And I know now the pandemic has absolutely eliminated or killed the hang. The hang is so important. But when you visit another town, that is the opportunity to meet the people that are doing 5, 10, 15, and 20 minutes. That's Javi Luna and I started virtually in, I think, like the same year and kicked it for years. Every time I come out to Corpus Christi, I hope I see him and Andy Gomez. And just there's too many. But I hope in bringing you, and I was able to bring, as I said, MJ Moody. I always want to bring them in front of the club owner. It's a good club, but to get into that scene, man, it's one of the best. I mean, the audience is out there to get it.
Yeah.
Some places are better to perform than others, and it's like you can get away with murder there, and they're smart. They're real smart crowds. They're enthusiastic and smart.
I never doubt. Like I know a lot of comics when they go to some of these small places, they try to talk down to these people or dumb it up, and I'm like, bro, these people, it's slower out here, but they have more time to think about this shit and look into something. They're not as dumb as you think in these small towns.
No, and I wouldn't.
Unless they don't buy my
Corpus
shirts,
Christi is not a small.
Stupid.
I wouldn't even call it a small town.
You got to mix.
They don't even like. It's not the Valley, so don't make the mistake of calling them the Valley. I forget which comedian I was performing with. He's like, it's my first time in the Valley, and someone right then was like, "This ain't the Valley, motherfucker." Yeah, I was like, "Yeah,
there's an ocean right there, motherfucker."
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. It's just its own thing, and the people are fantastic. We gotta go. Oh, we can't. I mean, if you want to show up earlier, there's a pretty cool.
He's gonna be riding with
flea market. We're riding together, but he has to show up to my house and then we can launch. But there's a badass flea market, and outside of the flea market, they have these old rescue vessels. They're big metal pods with windows on the outside of them that you would get into in case of like a tsunami or a hurricane.
Oh, they're like protective little.
Yeah. You can buy them
so that you're bolted to the undersea part now.
Yeah, I think they seat like 12 people and you can get inside, or
like
you can make it like you can make a hot box. You can set them up in your backyard. You can buy them from this place. I think they're priced at like $5,000, but you could move this completely sealed. Doesn't hurricanes, tornadoes. You could survive it in this motherfucker. It's so cool.
Well,
but if we hit it early, we could go do that.
All right. Well, I'll probably be there exactly a minute before I have to be there, but I'll do my best.
Sorry, I talked a lot, dude. Thank you so much.
No, thanks for coming, dude.
For having me, man. It was
tell
so
our
awesome.
Listeners where they can find you social media wise.
Keep it simple. Jon Stringer, Jon Stringer.com. That's it. You'll find Instagram and all that. I feel like shouting that out on Instagram. If you just type in Jon Stringer, you should be able to find me pretty quick and all that ish.
Yeah.
But
you can literally search Jon Stringer
yeah.
and find him Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I assume.
Yeah. And I haven't really, honestly, since the pandemic began, I want to say in March, and everything happened. I mean, everything just happened in March. I feel like everything was just, the whole world went. And so I really haven't applied myself to booking at all since last March. And now that I see that restrictions are getting raised, and I do want to go still into a safe environment, but the shows are going to happen, and I'm sending them out again. So, I mean, I don't know if you've been nervous at all, but I've been nervous, and now I'm like excited to get back out. There is no anxiety anymore.
Definitely excited. But I've always been weirded out by big crowds, like interacting and stuff. But I mean, I just fight through it, wash my hands, keep myself clean.
Exactly. Don't touch your face.
Yeah.
Keep your mask on during picture time, or if they want a picture with your mask off, then you put your fucking mask on, and I'll have mine on.
And don't touch your dick hole with dirty fingers.
Yeah, don't suck any random old dick.
Wash after, not before. But also,
unless it's Mikey B's dick, you can suck that rando.
Yeah. Well, let's kiss first.
I don't know. I mean, that's what happens to features, right? I don't know, Colin.
That's how I get booked back at clubs. Every time I meet a club owner, I kiss their kneecap. Just thank you.
Kiss their little baby face on the kneecap.
Yep.
Cute.
Yeah. But no, I'm very excited. We'll shoot a promo after this. But to wrap this up, I mean, you guys know where to find us, right? You're there, YouTube, all that stuff. Find us on Instagram at the Open Mic Podcast. I mean, just search. Just in case you know how to do this shit, right? Like, I mean, if you made it this far, check out my other stuff though. Personally, my comic page at Mikey B the Comic on Instagram.
Got some Mikey B merch coming.
Got some merch. I've been posting on my Instagram and Facebook. You can. It'll link to my Facebook for the Instagram. I don't want to spell my name out for you.
It's not hard.
I use my Instagram more than Facebook, anyways. But the Twitter is
Open Mic 5000.
Open Mic 5000. Still offering $10, 10 doll hairs if you leave us a good review and comment on Apple Podcasts.
Particularly
for the first 10 people. No one's claimed it. We've had some good reviews, but we got you 10 doll hairs. Send me your Venmo. Not available for comics. So or guests.
$10 not available to anybody who's been part of the Mikey B.
The
Open Mic Podcast show.
Yeah, all that. But oh damn, I should have had you start the music. We'll restart it again. Point. Where's the music, John?
What do you mean?
Where is it?
The music?
Point to it.
In my soul. What are you talking about?
Just point anywhere.
The music is coming up right now.
There we go. I might even just start it late just for that.
I feel it. I feel it.
I can feel it.
I feel it, yo. I feel it.
Here it is.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.